Yeah. Who's short now? Guys, let's get serious for a second. Something happened a few weeks ago, 2 weeks ago, that was pretty contentious, and it was a pretty big upset. And we've had a lot of upsets this year. You know, like the Cubs won, you know, like a lot of upsets. And it's a pretty big issue, and people felt really strongly on either side, and it really tore families apart. You know, and I, for one, don't understand how voters could ever vote that way, or think about like the ramifications of what they did. And of course, I'm talking about Lay's bringing back chicken and waffle fries. I mean, who are these disgusting people backed by popular demand? I would love to meet the voters that voted for that. This was an election year. All the polls got everything wrong. All the polls. You know, like there was like a 60% chance of like Hillary winning, 50% chance of the Senate. And like I'm just standing here like there's a 15% chance of me eating those Lay's chicken and waffle chips, and an 80% chance of diarrhea. Somebody got it. Let's see. You guys want some old jokes? I'll do some old jokes. Actually, let me do this new joke. This just really happened to me. So yesterday I was at work, as one does, and I'm standing by the coffee machine, and we got like free coffee at work. And it's pretty good, so I'm standing there, I'm waiting for my coffee, and this girl walks up, and she's standing there next to me, and we start talking about how good the coffee is. And I said, I really like the vanilla coffee, and she's like, oh, I never had it before. And I'm like, yeah, I get it often, even though it's probably like 300 calories. And she's like, treat yourself. And I was like, you're right, treat myself, you're right. And I just started to realize that every year that word becomes like a little more like sad, like what qualifies as treating myself. Like before it would be like, oh, I bought this nice laptop, or like, you know what, I'm gonna go to the beach. But now it's like, I'm just gonna get a coffee that tastes better and contributes to my already failing body. It's just sad. Here's some old jokes. You ready? I'm looking at you. Here's the old jokes, get ready. So I've been going to the gym a lot recently. Thank you. I've been going to the gym a lot recently, and by gym I mean Pokemon gym. And by Pokemon gym I mean Shake Shack. And by go I mean order takeout. And my mom asked me the other day, she said, Dan, can you explain to me this whole Pokemon Go thing? And I'm like, I'm an adult. I don't have time for games. Now please finish packing my lunch. I'm late for work. And then my dad's like, aren't you embarrassed to be playing that game? And I'm like, no. But if I had a son that was almost 30 and he was playing that game, I'd be pretty embarrassed. So, more old jokes. Let's see. Do you guys like texting? Yeah. Everybody texts nowadays. I really hate texting. I've always hated texting. You know, you ever get that text out of nowhere? It's like, what are you up to? Huh? Nothing. Why is that funny? I don't know. It's like people add that onto a text to like buffer it, you know? But like, you ever get the winky face? You going out tonight? Winky face? Yeah, Mom. Why? Who taught you how to text? I don't know, huh? Oh, Jesus. Let's see. I've been writing a lot of books lately. I'll give you guys some of the titles of my books. You ready for these? These are gonna blow your mind. Writing a book about work. It's called Fake It Till You Make. Oh my God, I think they know I'm faking it. Writing a book about my life. It's called Tripping at the Finish Line. Dan Sepe story. Writing a book about dating. It's called I Can't Do Better, But You Can. The first chapter is dedicated to my girlfriend. It's just called Really? Second chapter is Are You Sure? So I drive to work, and I drive a lot. And one morning I was late, pretty regular. I was really tired, it was sad. It's raining, driving on, in traffic. And this car comes up on my left, and there's a big, happy dog just sitting in the front seat. And I looked at it and I was like, you know what? That dog's having a good day. So can I. I can do this. But you know when you have like a small business and you have like a sticker on the side of your car advertising your business? The stickers just said pet cremations. And then it just drove off. And I continued to have a regular day. So I went to school here a while ago, and dating at the school is crazy, you know, because there's just like so many people. And when you go to a big school like that, you know, you guys ever go to the mall and you're on a budget? You know, and there's like a million items, but you can't have them. You're like, I can't get with that girl, I can't go with that girl, I can't get with that girl. You know, but you go to the mall and you're on a budget and you find that thing on sale, because it's like missing a stitch or like a finger. You know, and you're like, it's cool, you know, everybody's like, oh Dan, is that a new Puma jacket? And I'm like, oh thanks man, it's really nice, right? It's got some dad issues. Other than that, it's a really nice jacket. Let's see. Wow, this is weird. You guys are looking at me, you guys are looking at me. I'm looking at myself. How much time do I have? Good.
Whatever.
Good. Let's see. Let me add on my hair. So the day after the election, I got a phone call from my friend Kate, and she was like, you know, kind of upset. I'm like, hey, how's it going? And she's like, oh my God, I feel terrible. I just want yesterday to be like in the past. I don't even want to think about it. I just want to forget what happened yesterday and move on. And I was like, you're talking about the election, right? Because I'm getting these phone calls all the time. Okay, that didn't work. I just wrote that. What am I doing here? What is this? Brandon lied. Brandon waved at me. It's like, I guess I'll just end this.
That's fine.
Okay.
There's enough.
Yeah.
Dan Sepe, everybody. You look like Jonah Hill's untalented brother. Dan, get Tinder. You can fuck anyone.
Thank you.
Dan's the only alumni who doesn't dress like a child. Good job, Dan. This is why you don't drink while pregnant. Dan Sepe, the chicken and waffles lays of stand-up. This one just says ugly. 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 The LA Times got the polls right, idiot. They did, it's true. This one just says ugly. I wrote that last one, I didn't know.
Sean Becker's not
Ugly.
here.
He's not. Quit bringing up your job. We get it. You have your life together. I think that was written before you said your...
That's fair.
Yeah. Treat yourself, get a makeover because you're ugly. Ooh la la, free coffee, ugly. This set got me thinking, why do we call Facebook the social network? We should call it the anti-social network. It's anarchy over there. Chicken and waffle chips rule, motherfucker! Dan can't read, also ugly. Obviously the oldest person on the set list hates texting. Dan Sepe, everybody.